Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make a banana caramel cake. Let's begin. To get started on the recipe, you'll want to make your buttermilk alternative. So into the milk, add in your vinegar, mix well, then set aside until needed later on. Then into your mixing bowl, you'll want to go ahead and add in your flour, your sugar and raisin agents. Then just give them the mix until they are fully incorporated. Doesn't need to be, for very long, just until fully incorporated. Once you've done that, you can then start to add in your liquids, which is your oil, your buttermilk and your banana, and mix until you have a cake batter that forms very well. It shouldn't be super liquidy, but it shouldn't also be very stiff. It's a somewhat in between. Once you've got to that stage, you can go ahead and give the bowl a good scraping down. And this is just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on. So just be sure to get the top and the very bottom of the bowl, as this is normally where ingredients catch for me, but it may not be for you. So just check where for yourself and make sure that your batter is as clear as possible. Then you can go ahead and divide the cake batter between your two 6-inch cake tins and bake it off. I will leave all that information in the blog post, which will be linked down below, so don't forget to check it out if you're interested. So to start on the buttercream, grab yourself a small saucepan and place in your water and your light brown sugar. Mix the two until they're well combined, then place on the hob and allow it to come to 121 degrees Celsius, keeping an eye with a thermometer to make sure. Then into a mixing bowl, add in your egg yolk and your whole egg, and mix or whisk together until they are fully combined. It should be much lighter and fluffier in colour and consistency. Once you've done that, by the time that reaches that consistent stage, the liquid mix should be ready. You're then going to carefully pour that hot liquid mix over the egg mix, and when I say carefully, you do not want to get this on your skin, it will blister. So just pour that in carefully and then turn the speed down if you need to. Once it's all been added, you can then turn the speed back up and mix until it's fully incorporated, and then you want the bottom of the bowl to be warm or cool to the touch. You do not want it to be hot. Then you can add in your butter chunk by chunk until it's been fully incorporated. I find adding a lot in quickly thickens it very quickly if your butter mixture is at the room temperature. Once your butter has been fully incorporated, you can then go ahead and give the bowl a good scraping down. And this is just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in, but this buttercream is quite good and doesn't normally leave anything behind if you've done everything correctly. You can then go ahead and add in some vanilla extract followed by some caramel. I'm using a kind of dulce de leche, but feel free to use whichever you've got to hand, and whisk this in until it's fully incorporated. You will notice a change in the colour and the consistency of the buttercream, and this is completely normal. So then for the assembly of the cake, take a plate, board or stand and place a blob of buttercream in the centre of it, then place your first layer of cake on top. This will act as the glue. Pipe a ring of buttercream around the outer edge of the cake, then fill the centre a little, but then fill it with some more of the caramel or dulce de leche, top with some bananas, and then place your second layer of cake on top, and then just pipe buttercream around the outer edge of the cake. It doesn't need to be perfect, as when we're smoothing it out and levelling it out, we will be able to fix any imperfections very easily. So just take your time and get the cake as smooth and good looking as possible, or as much as you want it to be. So once you're happy with the smoothness of your cake, you can take a palette knife and do a spiral on top of the cake if you want to. I find it just adds a little decorative flourish, but it's completely up to you. And again, an optional finish on this cake will be to add some of these caramel fudge pieces around the bottom edge of the cake to create like a border. I like this as you can do different heights and it really varies and makes the cake look quite impressive. Very simple touch as well. Then apply a blonde chocolate drip. As you can tell, my spread wasn't very warmed up. It was, but then I let it cool down and it was too cool, but I was actually quite happy with the end result in the end, as it didn't really make too much of an impact, which was great. You can then go ahead and, as an optional finish, where you made the swirl, pipe in some caramel, and this is just to get more of that caramel flavour in there, because bananas and caramel work very well together. Then top with some rosettes. Pipe as many or as few as you would like, it's really your choice. I went with 8 as this gives you 8 portions, but it's completely up to you. Top each of the rosettes with some of the toffee fudge pieces that you used around the bottom border of the cake, and then you're good to go. Set it in the fridge for around half an hour before you want to serve it. So here is what the cake looks like once it's fully complete. Cut yourself a piece and enjoy it. Have a coffee or a tea, whichever you want, or maybe even a cold drink, whichever works best for you. 2 layers of cake, caramel and banana. What more could you want? It's a very simple but effective cake, believe me on that one. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me, and I'll be back again very soon with another recipe, so join me then. In the meanwhile, don't forget to check out the description. There'll be a link to this recipe, a link to my blog, and links to my social media. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.